Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Science Channel. Tonight, we'll be exploring the majestic realm of birds, the ancient travelers of the sky who've shaped our world in countless ways. From the soft rustle of wings in twilight air to the distant calls that echo across oceans and forests, birds carry stories older than human memory. They move through landscapes with a grace that seems almost magical, and yet, with such ease, it invites us to wonder how it's even possible for such delicate creatures to navigate the globe. This journey will explore mysteries hidden within feathers, instincts that defy explanation, and abilities that reveal how profoundly connected these animals are to the world around them. As we wander deeper, you may find yourself surprised by just how much the skies can teach us. If you enjoy these quiet journeys, I invite you to like, subscribe, or share a thought below. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. But for now, just breathe. Allow your mind to settle and your body to soften. And let yourself relax as we drift into the night sky. Let's begin. Birds are the direct living descendants of dinosaurs. When you look at a bird, you are seeing a lineage that reaches back to the mighty reptiles that once ruled the planet. Their feathers, hollow bones, and even the shape of their legs and hips whisper of an age when giant creatures roamed beneath ancient skies. This connection is not just symbolic. It is literal, written into their skeletons and the way their bodies move. Many traits that helped small feathered dinosaurs survive the shifting climates of the past still guide birds today. Their balance, their ability to regulate heat, and their remarkable strategies for raising young are echoes of a world long vanished. Scientists study these clues to understand how a creature that once shared forests with colossal predators slowly transformed into the delicate forms we see perched on branches or soaring overhead. Each wingbeat carries a story that began millions of years ago, a story of resilience, adaptation, and the astonishing continuity of life across vast stretches of time. Some birds migrate farther than any other animal on Earth. Across oceans, continents, and shifting seasons, some birds embark on journeys of unimaginable length. They travel from one end of the world to the other, guided by instinct, memory, and the subtle cues of sky and sea. During these migrations, they pass over storms, mountains, and expanses of water where there is no place to rest. Their bodies undergo seasonal transformations that store energy, streamline feathers, and prepare muscles for the incredible distance ahead. Along the way, they navigate by stars, coastlines, and magnetic fields, adjusting their course with astonishing precision. Their determination carries them through day and night as they follow ancient paths written into their lineage. The scale of these journeys surpasses anything attempted by other animals, revealing an endurance that seems almost mythical. Each year they complete this cycle, stitching together distant corners of the planet through the quiet power of flight. A few species build architectural nests that rival human engineering. Across forests, grasslands, and wetlands, certain birds shape their nests with an artistry and precision that can feel almost architectural. They gather twigs, grasses, mud, or fibers and weave them into structures that can withstand storms, predators, or the simple weight of growing chicks. Some nests are suspended from branches like delicate woven baskets. Others form towering colonies where each chamber is crafted for safety and airflow. Birds that build with mud mix just the right amount of moisture into every pellet, sculpting walls that harden into protective shells. Birds that weave use their beaks like tiny hands, knotting and looping strands in patterns that seem impossibly intricate. These designs arise not from formal planning, but from instincts refined over countless generations. Yet the precision remains astonishing. Every curve, entrance, and reinforcement contributes to temperature control, stability, and defense. Their nests reveal a deep understanding of environment and material, showing how even the smallest creatures create homes shaped by wisdom carried through time. Some birds can mimic human speech with astonishing precision. Within the world of birds, there are species capable of reproducing human sounds so accurately that their voices can momentarily trick the ear. Their ability does not come from understanding language in a human sense, but from possessing flexible vocal organs that can shape airflow into a wide range of tones. These birds listen closely to patterns around them and repeat them with remarkable fidelity, whether it is a simple word, the melody of a ringtone, or the sound of a closing door. Their talent often develops in social environments where vocal learning is essential for communication within flocks or between mates. This adaptability allows them to integrate new sounds into their repertoire with ease. Scientists study these abilities to explore how vocal learning evolves and how the brain processes complex patterns. To hear a bird echo the human voice is to glimpse a bridge between species, a reminder that sound carries power far beyond simple communication, and that nature often hides unexpected forms of intelligence. A tiny bird can hover in place by rewriting the physics of flight. There exists a small group of birds whose wings move in patterns unlike those of any other species, allowing them to remain suspended in mid-air as if held by an invisible thread. Their hovering is achieved through a combination of wing rotation, rapid motion, and precise control of airflow. Unlike most birds which rely on forward movement to stay aloft, these tiny aerial experts generate lift on both the upward and downward strokes of their wings. Their muscles work with incredible efficiency, powering flight that seems effortless despite the extraordinary energy required. While hovering, they can sip nectar, examine flowers, or inspect their surroundings without drifting. Their movements trace delicate arcs through the air, revealing a mastery of balance and momentum. Researchers often compare their technique to the motion of insects, yet the mechanics are entirely their own. Every beat is a testament to the remarkable range of flight strategies found in nature, and the unexpected ways evolution solves the challenges of life in the sky. Certain birds drum on trees to communicate across forests. In quiet woodlands, rhythmic tapping often carries through the air long before the bird behind the sound is seen. For these species, drumming serves as a form of long-distance communication that replaces or complements vocal calls. They select resonant trees or hollow branches, striking them with carefully timed bursts that travel across vast stretches of forest. Each pattern conveys specific meaning, from territory claims to courtship signals. The drumming is not random. Birds modify tempo, intensity, and duration depending on their purpose. Their beaks and skulls are uniquely adapted to absorb repeated impact without harm, allowing them to drum again and again with remarkable precision. These sounds help maintain social boundaries and allow individuals to locate one another despite thick foliage or complex terrain. Listening to these messages reveals a forest alive with coded rhythms. Every tap becomes part of a larger acoustic tapestry, where communication is carried not by voice alone, but by a language shaped through vibration and wood. Some birds form lifelong partnerships with elaborate rituals. Among many bird species, forming a pair bond is not a simple act, but a journey woven through shared behaviors, synchronized movements, and displays that express trust and commitment. These rituals may include coordinated dances, mirrored preening, or the gentle exchange of food. Over time, the bond strengthens into a partnership that can last for life. Working together, the pair defends territory, builds nests, and raises young with care that reflects deep cooperation. Their communication becomes subtle and refined as each partner learns the other's rhythms. Scientists observe how these relationships support survival, since raising offspring often requires teamwork that a single parent could not sustain. The beauty of these connections lies not only in their practicality, but in the tenderness they reveal. Through ritual and repetition, birds create relationships that echo across years, anchored by fidelity and shared purpose. Their devotion offers a glimpse into the emotional richness that exists in the natural world. A bird's eye can detect movement much faster than any human. The visual world of a bird is shaped by an extraordinary ability to process motion with astonishing speed. Their eyes contain specialized cells that react to rapid changes in light and direction, allowing them to perceive details that would blur into invisibility for humans. This heightened perception helps them track insects during hunting, avoid predators, or navigate winding landscapes with precision. Even subtle flickers that escape human notice become clear signals to a bird. Their depth perception is refined by a wide field of view and the placement of their eyes. In flight, this ability becomes essential. They must react instantly to shifting currents, obstacles, and the movement of flockmates. Researchers studying avian vision often describe it as a finely tuned system designed for survival in a world where every moment counts. Through these remarkable eyes, birds witness a version of reality that moves faster, shines brighter, and reveals details hidden from our slower senses. Some birds use tools to solve complex problems. Within scattered corners of the natural world, there are birds whose intelligence reveals itself through the use of tools. They select sticks, leaves, or even fragments of bark and shape them into implements suited for specific tasks. These may include extracting insects from tight crevices, lifting hidden food, or even testing the safety of an opening. The use of tools requires planning, memory, and an understanding of cause and effect. Some birds even modify their tools to improve efficiency, bending or shortening them until they fit the task perfectly. Observing these behaviors offers insight into the sophisticated thinking that guides their actions. Their problem-solving extends beyond instinct. They learn from experience, adapt to new challenges, and sometimes teach their offspring through demonstration. Their creativity invites comparisons to the cognitive abilities of primates and highlights the rich mental lives that exist within avian species. Through their tools, we see intelligence expressed in subtle yet profound ways. Some birds see colors that humans cannot even imagine. A bird's world is painted with hues that lie beyond the limits of human sight. Hidden within their eyes are special structures that allow them to detect ultraviolet light, revealing patterns and signals invisible to us. Flowers may glow with secret markings meant only for a bird's eyes. Feathers that look simple to humans may shimmer with intricate ultraviolet designs, shaping how birds choose mates or recognize rivals. Even the landscape itself appears different to them. Water reflections, distant shapes, and subtle contrasts are enhanced by a wider spectrum of color perception. This expanded vision helps them navigate forests, find food, and interpret social cues with astonishing precision. To imagine what they see is to step into a realm filled with extra dimensions of light. The world becomes richer, sharper, and far more detailed. Their gaze unlocks mysteries that our own eyes cannot touch. A bird's hollow bones are strong enough to survive extreme forces. Although hollow bones sound fragile, they are shaped through a remarkable balance of strength and lightness. Inside, thin supporting struts form a lattice that reinforces the bone from within, much like a naturally engineered bridge. This structure allows birds to fly without carrying unnecessary weight, while still enduring the tremendous pressure of takeoff, landing, and rapid changes in direction. Some species soar on powerful currents of air, while others dart through dense forests with astonishing agility. Each movement places stress on their skeleton, yet the bones remain resilient. The design also helps with respiration, since air can flow through certain parts of their skeleton, making each breath more efficient during flight. This combination of engineering and biology reveals how deeply evolution shaped their bodies for life in the sky. Every beat of their wings is supported by a framework that is both delicate and incredibly durable. Some birds navigate across the planet using the Earth's magnetic field. Hidden within the eyes or beaks of some migratory birds are microscopic structures that respond to the planet's magnetic field. These act as biological compasses, guiding them across continents and oceans with astonishing accuracy. While humans rely on maps and instruments, birds move through a complex web of cues that include sunlight, landscape features, and faint magnetic patterns that stretch across the globe. Scientists believe certain birds may even see the magnetic field as subtle gradients of color, blending seamlessly into their vision. This sense allows them to travel immense distances, return to the same nesting sites year after year, and adjust their routes when winds or storms push them off course. It is a form of navigation so refined that it seems almost supernatural, yet it operates quietly within their bodies, a gift shaped by countless generations of migration and survival. Certain bird feathers can bend light to create colors without pigments. Some of the most vibrant bird colors are not created by dyes or chemical pigments. Instead, they emerge from microscopic structures that scatter and reflect light in precise ways. When sunlight passes through these tiny layers, it splits and recombines into shimmering blues, greens, and iridescent hues that shift with every angle. This is why certain birds sparkle like living jewels as they move. The effect is known as structural color, and it produces shades that remain brilliant even when the feather fades with age. These colors can serve many purposes. They may attract mates, signal strength, or help a bird blend into shimmering environments like water or sunlit forests. The physics behind these feathers blurs the line between biology and art, revealing how nature builds beauty from the interplay of light and structure rather than simple pigments. Some birds sleep while gliding high above the ocean. Far from land, certain ocean-traveling birds spend days soaring over waves without touching the surface. To survive this lifestyle, they have developed the ability to rest one half of the brain at a time, while the other half stays alert enough to maintain flight. This unusual form of sleep allows them to follow wind patterns, avoid obstacles, and navigate long journeys while still getting the rest they need. They drift on powerful updrafts, saving energy as they glide through open skies. The ocean beneath them stretches endlessly, offering little place to land, yet they remain steady. Their wings lock into aerodynamic positions, reducing the effort required to stay aloft. This balance of rest and motion creates a rhythm unlike anything humans experience, a slow, drifting state where consciousness dims, but the body continues its journey through vast and silent air. There are birds that sing with two independent voices at the same time. Deep within certain bird species lies a remarkable vocal organ split into two chambers. Each chamber can produce its own sound independently, allowing a single bird to weave two simultaneous melodies. This creates harmonies that sound almost otherworldly to human ears. These dual songs can help a bird stand out in dense forests where many species compete for attention. They may signal strength or skill to potential mates, or allow birds to communicate subtle messages across long distances. The complexity of these songs reflects an extraordinary level of control, as the bird must coordinate two streams of sound with perfect timing. Scientists study these abilities to understand how birds process such intricate patterns within their brains. Listening to one of these songs is like hearing a duet performed by a single creature, a reminder of how deeply creativity and communication are woven into the natural world. Some species remember thousands of food hiding spots with incredible accuracy, Certain birds store food across wide landscapes, tucking seeds into crevices, soil, and bark to retrieve later when resources grow scarce. What seems impossible is their ability to relocate these hidden caches even months after they were buried. Their memories extend far beyond simple instinct. They recall specific landmarks, subtle changes in terrain, and the exact locations of countless individual hiding places. Their brains contain specialized regions devoted to spatial memory, regions that expand during seasons when caching behavior becomes essential. This extraordinary mental map allows them to survive harsh winters or unpredictable climates. Even when snow covers the ground and plants lie dormant, these birds move confidently through their territories, uncovering their hidden supplies. Their memory is so precise that they often retrieve nearly all of the stored food, demonstrating a level of cognitive skill that rivals many mammals. A bird's heart can beat far faster than any mammal's during flight. When a bird launches into the air, its entire body shifts into a high-energy state. The heart responds with rapid, powerful beats that deliver oxygen-rich blood to the flight muscles. During intense flight, the rate can rise to levels far beyond anything a mammal could sustain. This incredible speed supports the continuous motion of wings, which may beat many times each second in smaller species. To support this rhythm, birds have lungs that pull in fresh air even as they exhale, ensuring a constant supply of oxygen. Their circulatory systems operate with stunning efficiency, keeping the body cool and energized despite the demands of flight. This finely tuned system reveals why birds can perform long migrations, sudden aerial leaps, and rapid changes in direction. Their hearts are engines built for the sky, driving every glide and every beat of their wings. There are birds that dance in dazzling courtship displays. Across the world, certain bird species transform the act of courtship into a breathtaking performance. Males create elaborate stages by clearing leaves, arranging objects, or choosing brightly lit openings in the forest. Once prepared, they begin their display. Their movements become fluid and expressive, shifting between precise steps, sudden leaps, and slow, graceful arcs. Some use vibrant feathers that catch the light in mesmerizing patterns. Others coordinate their dances with songs that rise and fall in perfect rhythm. These displays are not random. They are carefully practiced behaviors that demonstrate health, coordination, and genetic fitness. Females watch closely, judging each detail before making a choice. Scientists believe these dances serve as a form of artistic communication shaped by natural selection over long periods of time. Witnessing such a display offers a glimpse into a world where beauty and survival intertwine, and where movement becomes a language spoken through feathers and air. Some birds can drink salt water and survive. Along rugged coastlines and open seas, certain birds thrive in environments where fresh water is scarce. Their secret lies in specialized glands located near the eyes that filter excess salt from the bloodstream. When these birds drink seawater, the salt is concentrated and expelled through tiny openings, allowing the rest of the fluid to hydrate the body safely. This adaptation frees them from the constraints that limit many land animals. They can journey far from shore, ride winds above vast oceans, and forage in areas where fresh water would be impossible to find. Their physiology manages the delicate balance of hydration and salt regulation with remarkable efficiency. By allowing them to access a resource most animals cannot use, this trait supports their unique lifestyles and long-distance travels. It highlights the extraordinary ways evolution equips species to survive in some of the most challenging habitats on Earth. A few species coordinate hunts using intelligent teamwork. In some bird species, hunting is not a solitary endeavor, but a coordinated effort built on communication, strategy, and trust. Individuals take on specific roles, with some birds driving prey from hiding places while others wait patiently to intercept. Their actions unfold in sequences that resemble practiced routines, each movement shaped by awareness of the group. They read subtle cues from companions and adjust their timing with precision. Working together allows them to flush out prey too fast or too elusive for a single bird to catch. Scientists observe these hunts to understand how cooperation evolves and how birds interpret the intentions of their partners. Team hunting strengthens social bonds and increases survival by ensuring more reliable access to food. Watching these coordinated efforts reveals a level of intelligence that challenges assumptions about avian behavior and shows how communication shapes success in the natural world. Some birds glide on air currents for hours without flapping. High above coastlines, cliffs, and open plains, certain birds ride invisible rivers of rising air that allow them to travel extraordinary distances without a single wing beat. These air currents form when sunlight warms the ground, creating columns of uplift that spiral into the sky. Birds position themselves with exquisite precision, angling their wings to capture each shifting movement of air. Their bodies become instruments of balance and sensitivity, responding instantly to the slightest tilt or drift. As they glide, they conserve tremendous amounts of energy, sometimes covering vast portions of their migrations through motion that appears almost effortless. From the ground, they seem suspended in slow, drifting arcs, but above, they are reading the atmosphere like a living map. This mastery allows them to search for food, scan the landscape, or navigate across continents while scarcely tiring. Their gliding is a testament to the deep harmony between bird and sky, shaped through generations of adaptation. There are birds that sculpt tunnels underground to raise their young. In sandy hillsides and riverbanks, some birds carve intricate burrows that stretch deep into the earth. Using their feet and beaks like chisels, they excavate long tunnels that remain smooth and stable despite the loose soil. These underground homes protect their eggs from predators, extreme temperatures, and harsh weather. Inside the chambers, the air stays cool and still, creating a safe nursery where chicks can grow without disturbance. The birds navigate these dark passages effortlessly, relying on memory and touch to find their way. The architecture often includes gentle slopes, curves, and chambers that drain rainwater naturally. Some species return to the same burrow year after year, reinforcing the walls and expanding the structure as needed. Living beneath the surface offers a secret world where families can thrive away from the dangers above. It reveals a side of avian life rarely seen and highlights the diverse strategies birds use to shelter the next generation. Some species can swim and fly with equal mastery. A handful of remarkable birds have bodies finely tuned for both the sky and the water. On land, they may seem unassuming, but once they leap into the air or dive beneath the surface, their abilities become astonishing. Their wings act as powerful paddles underwater, driving them forward with strokes that resemble the movement of marine animals. Their feathers are layered and coated to resist water absorption, allowing them to remain warm and buoyant even in freezing seas. When they switch to flight, those same wings catch air with perfect aerodynamic balance, lifting them into the open sky with ease. Their eyes adjust between the refracted world beneath the waves and the expansive clarity above, giving them accurate vision in both realms. This dual mastery allows them to hunt where other birds cannot reach and escape predators with fluid transitions between water and air. Their lives unfold across two elements, each as natural to them as breathing. A bird's wing shape reveals the story of its entire lifestyle. Every curve and contour of a bird's wing holds clues about how it moves, hunts, migrates, and survives. Long, narrow wings belong to species that travel great distances, slicing through air with minimal resistance. Broad, rounded wings belong to birds that maneuver through forests, weaving between branches with precision. Some wings taper into graceful points that allow high-speed dives, while others spread wide to catch gentle thermal currents. The bones within these wings mirror these functions, arranged in patterns that support strength, flexibility, or endurance. Even the spacing of feathers influences flight style, shaping airflow in ways that help birds hover, glide, or accelerate. By studying these shapes, scientists can determine how a bird spends its days and what environments it prefers. The wing becomes a biography written in form, describing habits, habitats, and histories through structure alone. It is a reminder that evolution leaves beautiful signatures on the bodies of living creatures. Some birds can see ultraviolet trails left by insects. Hidden across leaves, flowers, and forest floors are faint ultraviolet reflections that insects leave behind as they move. While invisible to humans, these trails glow for birds with specialized vision. This ability transforms the landscape into a luminous map of food sources and activity. A flower that looks plain to human eyes may radiate ultraviolet rings that signal nectar. A leaf may shimmer with traces of recent insect movement, offering clues to where prey may be hiding. This expanded visual spectrum helps birds locate nourishment with incredible efficiency. It also plays a role in social communication, since feathers may contain ultraviolet patterns used in courting or identification. To imagine what they see is to picture a world layered with additional colors and signals, each one guiding their choices. Through ultraviolet vision, birds experience a richer and more detailed version of reality, one filled with pathways and cues unknown to us. Certain species can sprint faster than many running animals. In open grasslands and rocky plains, some birds move with such speed on foot that they rival well-known terrestrial sprinters. Their long legs act like springs, storing energy with each step and releasing it in powerful bursts that propel them forward. Their lightweight bodies reduce drag, allowing rapid acceleration and agile direction changes. They use this speed to chase prey, escape predators, or patrol large territories with remarkable efficiency. Their running style is a blend of balance and momentum, with heads held steady while their legs blur beneath them. Feathers help stabilize the body during fast sprints, guiding airflow in ways that keep them centered. Observing these birds in motion reveals the hidden athleticism within avian life. They are not only creatures of the sky, but also skilled runners whose abilities challenge assumptions about what birds can do. Their speed is an adaptation born from survival, shaped by landscapes that reward swift movement. Some birds create musical duets with perfect timing precision. Within dense forests and open clearings, pairs of certain bird species sing in coordinated patterns so tightly woven that both voices merge into a single, seamless melody. Each partner listens for subtle cues from the other, entering at exactly the right moment to complete the musical phrase. These duets strengthen pair bonds and help defend territories by signaling unity and cooperation. The timing is so precise that the combined song can sound like one voice performing intricate rhythms impossible for a single bird. Their vocal organs allow rapid shifts in pitch, tone, and pacing, enabling them to build harmonies that rise and fall with elegant balance. Scientists who study these performances use high-speed recordings to track how each partner anticipates the other's next note. Their songs reveal both deep communication and emotional connection. When heard in the wild, these duets feel like conversations set to music, echoing across the landscape with gentle beauty. A few species blur the line between feather and fur. Some birds possess plumage so fine and densely packed that it resembles the softness of fur rather than the structured vein seen in most feathers. This adaptation helps them thrive in frigid environments where heat is precious. The downy structure traps layers of warm air close to the skin, creating insulation far superior to typical feathers. These birds maintain body warmth even during harsh winters or icy winds. The texture also repels moisture, preventing snow or frost from clinging to their bodies. When they move, their feathers shift like a silky coat, giving them an appearance almost distinct from other birds. This unusual plumage reveals how flexible avian evolution can be, modifying the basic feather into forms that serve highly specialized needs. It also highlights how warmth, survival, and beauty intersect in surprising ways, shaping creatures that seem both familiar and wonderfully strange. Some birds transform their voices to mimic entire soundscapes. Certain birds are able to reproduce not just simple calls, but the layered sounds of their entire environment. They may mimic the rustle of leaves, the calls of multiple species, the rhythm of rainfall, or distant natural noises. Their vocal organs allow them to shift tone and texture with extraordinary fluidity, blending sounds into immersive imitations that feel almost sculpted. This talent may help them impress mates, defend territory, or conceal their presence by blending into the background. Their brains process sound with such precision that they can memorize complex auditory patterns after only brief exposure. Listening to one of these birds can be startling, as familiar natural noises emerge from a single small creature perched among branches. Their mimicry is a form of expression and adaptation, shaped by the rich, acoustic landscapes in which they live. Through their voices, they weave illusions that redefine what birdsong can be. There are birds that migrate at heights where humans could not breathe. Some migratory birds travel through altitudes so high that the air holds only a fraction of the oxygen available at sea level. At these heights, temperatures plunge and winds shift unpredictably. Yet the birds press onward with unwavering determination. Their bodies contain specialized adaptations that allow efficient oxygen absorption even in thin air. Their blood carries oxygen with exceptional affinity, and their lungs move air continuously through a system that remains effective even under strain. Flying at such altitude helps them avoid predators and cross mountain ranges with minimal turbulence. The view beneath them is a world reduced to patterns of snow, stone, and cloud. Despite the harsh conditions, they remain strong and focused, guided by ancient migration routes that stretch across continents. Their high-altitude journeys are among the most extreme feats in the animal kingdom, revealing endurance that seems almost beyond imagination. Some birds hatch from eggs with built-in survival instincts. From the moment some chicks emerge into the world, they carry instincts that guide their earliest movements and choices. These instincts are not taught. They are inherited through long lines of ancestors who survived by reacting quickly to danger, hunger, and changing environments. Certain chicks know to freeze when shadows pass overhead, sensing that stillness may protect them from predators. Others instinctively peck at food items that resemble the nourishment their species relies on, even before they have seen an adult feed. Some can walk within hours, their muscles already wired for balance and coordination. These early abilities allow them to follow parents to safer places or respond to calls that warn of approaching threats. The instincts extend beyond movement. Some chicks recognize the warmth and scent of their nest and can return to it after tumbling out. Their earliest days are guided by a quiet intelligence etched into their bodies long before they took their first breath. These instincts remind us that life prepares its youngest travelers with gifts shaped through deep evolutionary time. Certain species can sense storms long before they arrive. In the hours before a storm sweeps across land or sea, some birds become restless and change their behavior in ways that reveal a sensitivity far beyond human perception. They may adjust flight patterns, leave exposed areas, or abandon routes they had followed for days. Scientists believe these birds detect subtle shifts in barometric pressure, humidity, and even low-frequency vibrations carried through the air long before dark clouds gather. Their bodies interpret these signals as warnings, prompting them to seek shelter or move toward calmer regions. During migration, this sense becomes especially valuable, allowing them to avoid dangerous winds or violent weather systems. Their movements often serve as early indicators for storms that have not yet appeared on human radar. This sensitivity is not mystical. It is a finely tuned response shaped by generations of survival. By reading the atmosphere with such precision, these birds navigate a world of invisible cues that protect them from the elements and guide them safely through changing skies. Some birds have evolved beaks shaped by extraordinary forces. A bird's beak is not simply a tool. It is a masterpiece of adaptation, sculpted by countless generations of feeding, nesting, and survival. Some birds possess beaks so specialized that they reveal exactly what the species eats and how it interacts with its ecosystem. A curved beak may slip deep into flowers to gather nectar. A thick, powerful beak may crack seeds that would defeat other animals. Long, slender beaks probe into mud for hidden creatures. In some species, the beak has evolved to handle multiple tasks, transitioning effortlessly from preening to building nests or shaping materials into shelter. These varied forms reflect pressures from climate, food availability, and competition. Even small changes in environment can push beaks toward new shapes over time. Scientists study these transformations to understand how natural forces guide evolution with delicate precision. Each beak tells a story of challenge and innovation, revealing how birds carve a place for themselves in diverse worlds. There are birds that raise young that are not their own. In some species, adults devote time and energy to caring for chicks they did not hatch. This behavior, known as cooperative parenting, appears across many environments and reflects deep social bonds within the group. Helpers may be older siblings, extended family members, or unrelated individuals who gain experience or strengthen alliances by assisting the breeding pair. They bring food, guard the nest, defend against predators, and warm the young when parents leave to forage. Their presence often increases the survival rate of the chicks, especially in challenging habitats where resources fluctuate unpredictably. This generosity might seem unusual, yet it contributes to stability within the group. By working together, these birds create communities in which survival is a shared effort rather than an individual task. Their cooperation reveals a complex social structure where care extends beyond direct parenthood and where nurturing becomes a collective investment in the future of the flock. Some birds create airborne maps from memory alone. During their daily travels and seasonal migrations, certain birds form mental maps of the world that are astonishingly detailed. Without written guides or visible markers, they recall coastlines, mountain shapes, forest edges, and wind patterns. These maps allow them to return to specific nesting sites year after year or revisit distant feeding grounds with perfect accuracy. Their memories capture angles of sunlight, scents carried on breezes, and the feel of air currents rising over terrain. Even subtle changes in landscape do not confuse them. They adjust their paths with quiet confidence, using memory as a compass that shapes each journey. This remarkable ability suggests a deep connection between mind and environment. Their brains store spatial information with incredible efficiency, expanding during seasons when long-distance travel becomes essential. These airborne maps reveal how birds experience the world from above, reading the land as if it were a vast and familiar story. A few species boast feathers that shimmer like living metal. Certain birds display plumage that glows with iridescent hues, shifting from deep greens to radiant blues or molten golds depending on the angle of light. These colors arise not from pigments, but from microscopic layers within each feather that bend and scatter light in dazzling patterns. As the bird moves, these layers reflect light in waves that shimmer across its body like metal brought to life. Such brilliance often plays a role in courtship, signaling health and vitality to potential mates. It can also serve as camouflage, blending shifting light with surrounding foliage or water. Scientists study these feathers to understand how nature shapes optical structures that rival advanced human technologies. The shimmering effect is both beautiful and functional, a union of physics and biology that transforms the bird into a moving spectrum. Each glint becomes a reminder of the intricate artistry hidden within the natural world. Some birds detect vibrations in the air that humans cannot feel. Long before a predator approaches or distant thunder rolls across the horizon, certain birds sense faint disturbances carried through air and ground. Their bodies contain specialized receptors that respond to subtle vibrations, invisible to human senses. These signals warn them of approaching footsteps, wing beats, or shifting weather. In dense forests or tall grasslands, this ability becomes a powerful survival tool, allowing them to react swiftly even when sight and sound offer little information. They may take flight, alter their calls, or move silently to safer ground. Scientists believe this sensitivity helps them maintain communication within flocks, since some vibrations travel farther than audible calls. It also assists them in hunting, guiding them toward insects concealed beneath bark or soil. Their awareness of these delicate tremors reveals how finely attuned birds can be to environments that appear still to us. For them, the world hums with hidden messages. Certain birds can catch insects with unbelievable precision mid-flight. For some birds, flight is not only a way to travel, but a method of hunting that demands extraordinary accuracy. They maneuver through the air with split-second timing, adjusting their angle and speed to intercept insects that dart unpredictably. Their eyes track motion faster than human perception allows, and their wings respond instantly to every shift in wind. By coordinating sight, balance, and muscle control, they capture prey in mid-air with effortless grace. Some species sweep open their beaks to create a wide catching surface, while others snatch insects with pinpoint accuracy. This aerial hunting requires stamina, agility, and a deep understanding of airflow. During peak feeding times, they may repeat this process hundreds of times, each catch a perfect alignment of instinct and skill. Watching these birds reveals how mastery of flight becomes intertwined with the pursuit of nourishment, and how elegance and survival coexist among the clouds. Some species maintain complex social hierarchies. Within flocks of certain birds, relationships extend far beyond simple gathering. Individuals recognize one another, remember past interactions, and form social rankings that influence behavior. Higher-ranking birds may claim preferred feeding positions or nesting sites, while lower-ranking individuals adapt their actions to avoid conflict. These hierarchies shift over time as birds age, form alliances, or display strength and skill. Communication plays a central role. Subtle postures, calls, and movements allow birds to negotiate without constant aggression. These complex structures help reduce chaos within the group and ensure that resources are shared efficiently. Social learning also grows from these interactions, as younger birds observe experienced members and adopt their strategies. The result is a dynamic society shaped by memory, communication, and cooperation. Understanding these hierarchies sheds light on the emotional and cognitive depth present in avian communities, reminding us that bird societies can be as intricate as those of many mammals. There are birds that can crack open some of the toughest nuts on Earth. Among the forests where sturdy shells protect valuable seeds inside, Certain birds have evolved the strength and technique required to break open nuts that resist nearly all other creatures. Their beaks contain layers of dense bone and powerful muscle attachments that generate impressive force. Some birds anchor the nut against a branch or wedge it into a crevice before delivering repeated strikes until the shell splits. Others use careful prying motions guided by experience and instinct. Their persistence reveals a combination of physical skill and problem-solving. These birds often rely on these foods during seasons when other resources are scarce, making their mastery essential for survival. Over time, the relationship between bird and nut shapes the evolution of both, driving the shells to harden while the beaks become stronger and more specialized. This enduring struggle demonstrates how nature refines strength and ingenuity in both predator and prize. Some birds can dive into the ocean at breathtaking speeds. There are birds that launch themselves from the sky with such force that their bodies become streamlined arrows plunging into the sea. Before diving, they fold their wings tight against their sides, aligning feathers so precisely that water resistance becomes minimal. As they fall, the air whistles past them, and the surface of the ocean rushes upward. Their eyes shift to a protective shape, allowing clear underwater vision the moment they break through the waves. Their bodies brace for impact, absorbing tremendous pressure that would harm many creatures. Beneath the surface, they transform instantly from falling missiles into agile swimmers, chasing fish through shifting currents. Their muscles store and release energy in powerful strokes that drive them deeper. This dramatic switch from air to water happens in moments and reveals how thoroughly evolution has shaped them for dual environments. Watching one of these dives is witnessing a single fluid motion where sky and sea seem to merge. A few species can hold their breath underwater longer than expected for their size. Some birds dive beneath the surface and vanish for astonishing periods, their bodies adapted to conserve oxygen in efficient and subtle ways. Their muscles contain stores that hold oxygen directly, allowing sustained activity even when air is out of reach. Their heart rate slows the moment they submerge, preserving energy while directing oxygen to essential organs. Feathers trap pockets of air that insulate the body from cold, reducing the need to burn fuel for warmth. Their bones are dense enough to reduce buoyancy, helping them sink easily without wasting effort. Beneath the waves, they move with calm precision, searching for prey or gathering materials while water presses quietly around them. When they surface again, they emerge without strain, ready to dive once more. Their ability to manage breath so effectively challenges expectations and reveals the remarkable range of adaptations birds have evolved for life at the boundary of two worlds. Some birds can survive freezing temperatures with remarkable adaptations. In the coldest corners of the world, certain birds continue to thrive even as frost grips the landscape and icy winds sweep across open ground. Their feathers layer so densely that warm air becomes trapped close to the skin, forming a natural barrier against the cold. Some species circulate warm blood to their legs with just enough flow to prevent freezing while avoiding unnecessary heat loss. Others huddle in groups at night, sharing collective warmth that allows them to endure temperatures that would overwhelm solitary animals. Their diets shift as seasons change, guiding them toward energy-rich foods that support their demanding metabolisms. Even their behavior adapts. They position themselves to catch early sunlight or shelter within small pockets of terrain that block the worst winds. Their resilience is a harmony of physiology and instinct, revealing how deeply life can adjust to harsh conditions. These birds show that winter is not merely endured. It is met with strategies refined by generations of survival. There are birds that mimic predators to scare rivals away. In the competitive world of food and territory, some birds achieve success using clever deception. They imitate the calls or movements of predators to convince other birds that danger is approaching. This strategy causes rivals to scatter or hesitate, leaving valuable resources temporarily unattended. The mimicry can be surprisingly accurate, echoing the tone or rhythm of fearsome species that pose real threats. These performances require careful timing, since mimicking the wrong sound at the wrong moment could confuse their own flock or attract actual predators. The birds that use this tactic often do so with clear intent, showing awareness of their surroundings and the reactions of their competitors. Scientists observe these behaviors to understand how intelligence and creativity shape survival far beyond simple instinct. Watching a bird employ such cunning misdirection reveals a side of avian behavior filled with strategy, adaptation, and a touch of theatrical flair. Some birds have evolved feathers that generate sound. Among certain species, flight itself becomes a form of communication, as unique feathers transform wind beats into musical tones. These feathers vibrate in the rushing air, producing whistles, hums, or rhythmic pulses that carry through forests and fields. The sound may warn rivals, attract mates, or coordinate movement within the flock. Each feather has a specific shape or stiffness that determines its note, much like a natural instrument. During courtship, some birds exaggerate these sounds with dramatic dives or sweeping arcs, creating performances that blend sight and sound into a single display. Scientists examine these feathers to understand how structure influences vibration and how birds refine these traits over generations. The result is a language built not from vocal cords, but from the aerodynamics of motion, revealing that communication in nature often extends far beyond the realm of voice alone. These feathered instruments turn flight into song and sky into stage. Certain species hide their nests with astonishing camouflage. In environments filled with predators, some birds create nests so cleverly concealed that they become nearly indistinguishable from the surrounding landscape. They weave local materials into their structures, matching color, texture, and even shadow so precisely that the nest blends seamlessly into moss, bark, sand, or leaves. Some species build on the forest floor, shaping depressions that mimic natural pits. Others tuck their nests into tree crevices, disguising entrances with carefully arranged debris. The placement is not random. Birds choose locations where patterns, lighting, and angles hide their presence from ground and aerial predators alike. Their eggs often carry muted or mottled markings that mirror the environment, adding another layer of protection. By the time a predator passes nearby, the nest appears to be nothing more than part of the scenery. This camouflage reveals the quiet intelligence behind avian survival strategies and the incredible precision of nature's protective designs. Some birds have calls that carry across entire valleys. There are birds whose voices rise with such clarity and power that their songs travel far beyond the immediate forest or hillside. These calls slice through layers of air, echoing from cliffs and rolling across open spaces until they reach distant listeners. Their vocal organs are capable of producing strong, resonant tones while maintaining control over pitch and rhythm. These long-distance calls serve many purposes. They may announce territory, locate mates, or coordinate group activity. The environment enhances the effect as certain valleys or slopes channel sound through natural acoustic corridors. To hear such a call is to feel its presence not only as sound, but as atmosphere, a voice that becomes part of the landscape itself. These birds use the shape of the land as an ally, sending messages farther than sight alone can travel. Their songs remind us that communication in the wild often transcends boundaries of terrain and distance. There are birds that can see in near darkness. In twilight hours or beneath dense forest canopies, some birds navigate with vision, far superior to humans. Their eyes contain large pupils that gather faint light, along with specialized cells that enhance contrast and detail in low illumination. These cells allow them to spot prey, detect predators, and move confidently through landscapes where shadows dominate. Their retinas are shaped to maximize sensitivity rather than color, trading vibrant daytime perception for clarity in dim environments. Some species even adjust their behavior around this visual advantage, hunting at dusk when competition is lower, or traveling at night to avoid heat and predators. Their world after sunset appears rich and navigable rather than murky. Through their eyes, night becomes a domain filled with shapes, motion, and subtle cues. Their ability reveals how different species carve out niches by adapting not only to spaces, but also to the shifting cycles of light. Some birds create aerial acrobatics that defy expectation. When certain birds take to the sky, their movements become a breathtaking display of control and creativity. They twist, roll, dive, and pivot with astonishing precision, shaping spirals and loops that seem to defy the ordinary limits of flight. Some perform these acrobatics during courtship, using sheer agility to impress potential mates. Others use them in hunting, outmaneuvering insects or evading predators with sudden, unpredictable turns. Their bodies respond instantly to shifts in wind, and their wings adjust angle and tension through subtle micro-movements that keep them balanced and airborne. Observing these aerial displays reveals a combination of strength, instinct, and finely tuned perception. Each maneuver reflects a lifetime shaped by the demands of sky and landscape. Their acrobatics transform the air into a stage where survival and beauty converge, offering fleeting spectacles that vanish as quickly as they appear. A few species can recognize individual humans. Some birds possess memory and perception refined enough to distinguish specific human faces and behaviors. They learn who approaches with gentle intent and who poses a potential threat. Over time, they respond differently to individuals, showing trust toward familiar figures while remaining cautious around strangers. Their recognition may guide decisions about where to feed, when to call alarms, or how closely to approach. Scientists studying this ability suggest that birds track subtle cues such as posture, gait, and facial features. This form of recognition reflects not only intelligence but a sophisticated social awareness that extends beyond their own species. It demonstrates how deeply birds observe the world around them and how their interactions with humans can shape their daily choices. These connections remind us that birds are not distant creatures of instinct alone, but attentive beings capable of distinguishing one person from another. Some birds coordinate massive flock movements with no leader. When thousands of birds sweep across the sky in a rippling wave, the sight feels almost supernatural. It looks as if an invisible conductor guides their motion, shaping vast, twisting forms that rise and fold like living silk. Yet within these immense flocks, there is no leader. Each bird follows a simple rule: stay close, but not too close. Match the direction and speed of neighbors. Respond instantly to any change. These tiny decisions echo outward, allowing entire flocks to react as one. If a predator approaches from below, the birds ripple upward in a spiraling lift. If a gust of wind shifts, they adjust as a unified mass. Scientists who study these movements find that the flock behaves like a single organism, even though every moment comes from individual choices made in fractions of a heartbeat. These enormous airborne gatherings reveal the beauty of collective intelligence. Every bird contributes to patterns too grand for any one mind to design, turning the sky into a canvas painted by motion, instinct, and shared awareness. Certain birds paint their nests using natural pigments. In forests, grasslands, and riverbanks, some birds transform their nests into vibrant creations by applying pigments gathered from the world around them. They collect minerals, clay, decaying leaves, or fragments of colored bark, then press or smear these materials along the walls of their nests with deliberate care. Each stroke strengthens the structure while adding color that blends the nest into its surroundings or highlights it during courtship. Some pigments help repel insects or prevent harmful bacteria from growing near the eggs. Others act as a protective layer, sealing the nest against rain or wind. Birds that paint often select specific shades, suggesting an awareness of how different colors behave under sunlight or shadow. Their nests become more than shelters. They become expressive artifacts shaped by instinct, environment, and individual choice. Studying these painted homes reveals a fascinating intersection between architecture and biological creativity, where even the smallest details carry purpose and meaning. Some species perform displays that look like living illusions. There are birds whose courtship rituals turn their bodies into shifting optical marvels. They fan feathers into perfect circles, flatten themselves into dramatic silhouettes, or flare bright patterns that appear suddenly and vanish just as quickly. When they move, the colors shimmer and realign, creating the illusion of shapes not actually present. Some displays look like floating or spinning discs of color. Others resemble widening eyes, sweeping arcs, or glowing halos. These illusions are not accidental. They are the result of generations of evolution selecting for precision, timing, and visual impact. Each performer must execute the display flawlessly, because any slight error may reduce the effect. Females judge not only the brilliance of the feathers, but also the confidence and control in every gesture. Scientists studying these displays find that birds use light, angle, and motion as tools, crafting performances that rival elaborate stage shows. These illusions reveal nature's capacity for theatrical beauty and a surprising depth of communication hidden within feathers and dance. There are birds that clean other animals in symbiotic partnerships. Across savannas, riverbanks, and open plains, certain birds establish remarkable partnerships with large mammals by removing ticks, biting insects, and dead skin from their bodies. They perch confidently on backs, shoulders, or snouts, moving with a gentle rhythm as they search for hidden parasites. The mammals tolerate and even welcome this attention, standing still or shifting position to make the bird's task easier. This partnership benefits both participants. The bird receives a steady supply of food, while the host gains relief from pests that can cause infection or irritation. The birds learn to read subtle cues from their partners. A tilt of the head or a shift of muscle may indicate discomfort or a request to move to a new spot. Some birds even issue alarm calls when danger approaches, acting as lookout companions. These relationships show that cooperation in the natural world can bridge enormous differences in size, behavior, and species. They reveal a quiet intimacy built on mutual need and trust. Some birds form alliances across species lines. In certain environments, birds ally themselves not only with members of their own species, but also with entirely different kinds of animals. These alliances arise from shared threats, overlapping habitats, or mutual advantages. A bird with sharp eyesight may alert a mixed group of creatures to an approaching predator. In return, another species may assist by driving intruders away or uncovering food hidden beneath leaves or soil. Over time, these loose partnerships become familiar routines. Birds learn which species are trustworthy and which signals carry the most important meanings. These cross-species alliances require awareness, memory, and flexibility, qualities that highlight the cognitive depth of many avian communities. Observing them reveals that birds comprehend more of their surroundings than simple instinct would suggest. Their cooperation demonstrates a broader truth. Survival is often strengthened not through isolation, but through recognizing the value of unlikely allies in a world shaped by constant change. A few species can fly backward with astonishing ease. Backward flight is one of the rarest abilities in the avian world. Only a select few species possess the wing structure and fine motor control needed to push air in a direction that reverses their movement while keeping their bodies stable. Their wings rotate in tight controlled arcs, altering the tilt and angle of each feather to generate lift without forward momentum. This skill allows them to hover near flowers, maneuver through tight spaces, and adjust position with remarkable precision. Their muscles must respond instantly to small disturbances in the air, and their eyes track objects at distances far too close for typical flight. The coordination required is immense. Every beat must align perfectly with the flow of air around their bodies. Watching these birds fly backward feels like witnessing the physics of flight turn inside out. It reveals how evolution can refine movement into an art form, granting certain species a mastery of motion unmatched by any other birds. Some birds survive deserts by extracting moisture from unexpected sources. In scorching regions where the sun drains water from the land and shade is scarce, certain birds endure conditions that seem nearly impossible. They obtain moisture not by seeking pools or streams, but by drawing it from insects, seeds, or even the faint dew that forms in early morning hours. Their bodies conserve water with astonishing efficiency. Waste is expelled in forms that lose minimal fluid. Their breathing and cooling systems limit evaporation, allowing them to remain hydrated even when temperatures rise relentlessly. Many desert birds are active during the cooler hours of dawn and dusk, resting in shaded crevices during the heat of day. Some rely on specialized feathers that shield them from direct sunlight, while others regulate temperature through behaviors such as wing spreading or sand bathing. Their survival in these harsh landscapes reveals the extraordinary versatility of avian biology and the diverse strategies life develops when water becomes the rarest treasure of all. Certain birds migrate in loops that circle entire oceans. Migration for some species forms an immense circular journey that spans entire marine basins, tracing slow, graceful arcs across the globe. These birds follow seasonal winds and shifting atmospheric currents that help carry them efficiently across the water. Their routes are not simple round trips, but full loops that never repeat the same path twice within a single year. They read cues from the sun, the position of stars, the planet's magnetic field, and even the texture of winds over waves. By following these rotating patterns, they find food in distant waters that emerge only during specific seasons. They avoid storms by adjusting altitude and timing. Their looping migrations reveal deep knowledge encoded within instinct and reinforced by experience. These birds weave connections between continents and oceans, stitching distant ecosystems together. Their journeys show how avian life is intertwined with the rhythms of the entire planet, moving in grand cycles shaped by air, light, and tides. Some birds hold territories larger than many human cities. In vast tundras, forests, and wetlands, certain birds claim enormous territories that stretch farther than the eye can see. These expanses provide enough food, nesting opportunities, and open space to support their families throughout the year. To maintain such territory, they patrol immense distances, calling from prominent perches or circling overhead to signal ownership. Their sense of spatial awareness is extraordinary. They recognize distant landmarks, shifts in wind patterns, and subtle features of the terrain that mark the outer edges of their domain. Maintaining such a large territory demands physical endurance, vigilance, and memory. Other birds learn to respect these boundaries, avoiding conflict by recognizing territorial calls or displays. These immense ranges reveal how some species rely on solitude and vast open areas to thrive. Their territories encompass entire landscapes, giving us a sense of how enormous and interconnected their world truly is. There are birds that whisper songs too soft for most ears. Hidden among leaves or perched in quiet shadows, some birds produce songs so delicate that they nearly dissolve into the breeze. these soft notes travel only short distances, creating a private form of communication meant for close companions rather than the entire forest. Their whispers may signal reassurance, maintain pair bonds, or coordinate subtle movements within a group. Producing such faint sound requires refined control of the vocal organs, allowing the bird to craft tones that hover just above silence. These songs blend with rustling branches and distant insects, forming a soundscape of intimate messages that many creatures never notice. To hear one is to enter a gentle world where communication is soft, careful, and deeply personal. The existence of these whispers reminds us that not all birds rely on grand displays or echoing calls. Some communicate in ways that favor closeness over spectacle and subtlety over volume. Some species have calls that can mimic alarms from other animals. In dense habitats where many species live side by side, certain birds have learned to mimic the alarm calls of completely different animals. This remarkable ability allows them to shape the behavior of an entire community. When they imitate the warning cry of a mammal or another bird, nearby creatures react instantly. Some freeze, others flee, and still others take to the air in a burst of panic. These birds use such mimicry to disrupt feeding groups, distract rivals, or gain access to resources that would otherwise be defended. Their vocal organs are flexible enough to create sounds that match the pitch, rhythm, and emotional tone of genuine alarms. They listen closely to the subtleties of local species and store these patterns in memory. When they deploy one of these borrowed warnings, the forest or grassland may shift into sudden motion, revealing the power held within a single small voice. This ability shows how communication is not limited to one species alone, but can ripple across entire ecosystems, shaping behavior and survival in complex and surprising ways. Certain birds line their nests with fragrant leaves to deter pests. In forests and woodland environments, some birds gather leaves from aromatic plants and carefully place them within the walls of their nests. These leaves release natural scents that repel insects such as mites, ants, or parasites that might otherwise harm the eggs or young chicks. The birds select specific types of leaves, often favoring plants known for medicinal or cleansing properties. Their choices are not random. They repeatedly return to the same species of plant year after year, suggesting that experience and instinct guide their selection. As the leaves warm in the sun, their fragrant oils diffuse into the nest, creating a protective atmosphere that discourages unwelcome visitors. Some birds refresh the leaves during the nesting period, maintaining the strength of the scent barrier. This behavior shows a subtle understanding of how plant chemistry influences health and safety. It reveals that nest building is not solely an act of construction, but also an act of care, preparation, and deep interaction with the surrounding habitat. Some birds can strike prey with lightning speed. Across open fields, riverbanks, and forest edges, there are birds whose hunting style depends on breathtaking bursts of speed. They perch quietly, scanning the world for a flicker of movement. When the moment arrives, they launch with astonishing acceleration, covering distance so quickly that prey scarcely has time to react. Their bodies are built for this sudden motion. Powerful leg muscles help them push off with force. Their wings unfold into aerodynamic shapes that reduce resistance and carry them in a direct line toward their target. Their eyes remain locked on the prey, processing movement at a pace far faster than human vision. When they strike, it is with precision shaped by instinct and experience. This speed allows them to capture insects, small mammals, or fish that depend on agility for survival. The entire event may last only a heartbeat, yet it defines the bird's ability to feed itself and its young. Their lightning-fast strikes reveal the incredible range of predatory strategies found in the natural world. There are birds that sunbathe for reasons that reveal deep evolutionary secrets. On warm days, certain birds can be seen spreading their wings wide, lowering their bodies, and turning toward the sun in still, deliberate poses. This sunbathing behavior may appear leisurely, yet it serves essential functions tied to health, cleanliness, and survival. The heat loosens parasites that hide among feathers, making them easier to remove during grooming. Sunlight also dries damp plumage and helps regulate body temperature after cold nights. Some researchers believe that exposure to sunlight may contribute to the production of compounds that support feather maintenance or skin health. The behavior is ancient, shared by species across many branches of the avian family tree, suggesting that sunbathing arose early in their evolution. Birds choose specific times of day for this ritual, often when the sun is strong and wind is gentle. Observing them during these moments reveals a fascinating intersection of instinct and environment. Their calm stillness under the warm light offers a glimpse into a quiet tradition passed through countless generations. Some birds puff up their feathers to become living displays. To communicate power, attract mates, or deter rivals, some birds transform their bodies by expanding their feathers until they appear dramatically larger. They raise the fine layers of plumage across their chest, back, or neck, creating rounded shapes that alter their silhouette. Colors that usually remain hidden suddenly flare into view. Patterns seem to grow and shift as light catches the curved surfaces. These displays are carefully timed and often accompanied by vocalizations or rhythmic movements. By exaggerating their size, birds may signal strength without needing to fight. When used in courtship, these displays highlight the quality of the feathers and the health of the individual. Birds that can puff up their plumage with finesse demonstrate control, coordination, and confidence. The effect can be striking, turning a familiar species into a vibrant living sculpture for a brief moment. This transformation reveals how communication in nature extends far beyond sound, relying on shape, motion, and visual language to express emotion and intention. Certain bird pairs coordinate nest building like choreographed teams. In many species, nest building becomes a shared project where both members of a pair contribute with precision and harmony. Each bird takes on specific roles, gathering materials, weaving structural layers, or shaping the interior with meticulous care. Their coordination is so refined that they often move in rhythm, passing twigs, grasses, or leaves back and forth with practiced ease. Over time, they learn each other's preferences and strengths, adjusting their roles as needed. One bird may excel at selecting strong supporting branches, while the other specializes in lining the interior for warmth. Their cooperation strengthens their bond, reinforcing the partnership that will support them through the challenges of raising young. The result is a structure built not only from materials, but from trust and communication. Watching these pairs at work reveals a dance of instinct and unity, where each movement contributes to a safe and nurturing home. Some birds swallow stones to help them digest food. In habitats where their diet includes tough seeds, fibrous plants, or hard shells, some birds swallow small stones that settle into a muscular chamber within their digestive system. This chamber, known as the gizzard, grinds food with the help of these stones, breaking it into pieces soft enough for the stomach to process. Birds select stones of specific sizes and shapes, often testing them briefly before swallowing. Over time, the stones grow smooth from constant motion and are eventually replaced. This method of mechanical digestion allows birds to access nutrients that would otherwise remain locked inside resistant materials. It also helps them process food more quickly, supporting the high energy demands of flight. The practice demonstrates remarkable ingenuity. Instead of relying solely on chemical digestion, these birds incorporate elements of the landscape into their bodies, turning simple pebbles into essential tools for survival. There are birds that play games for reasons scientists are still uncovering. In moments of calm or curiosity, some birds engage in behaviors that closely resemble play. They chase one another through the air, drop and catch small objects, or slide down snowy hillsides with apparent delight. Sometimes they toss sticks into the wind, retrieve them, and toss them again. These playful actions may strengthen social bonds, build physical skill, or provide mental stimulation. Young birds often learn important survival abilities through these games, testing their balance, coordination, and awareness. Adults engage in play as well, suggesting that enjoyment or exploration motivates them beyond practical needs. Scientists continue to study these behaviors to understand their purpose, but the joy seems unmistakable. Watching birds play offers a glimpse into their inner lives, revealing that curiosity and experimentation are woven into their nature. Play becomes a window into intelligence, emotion, and the shared experience of simply existing in a dynamic world. Some birds migrate in complete darkness, guided by the stars. During long nocturnal migrations, many birds travel through moonless skies, where the only available landmarks are the distant constellations. They lift into the night with quiet determination, navigating through darkness by reading patterns of starlight that remain consistent across seasons. Their internal sense of direction integrates these celestial cues with memory and magnetic awareness. Even when clouds drift across the sky, they maintain course with surprising accuracy. Scientists have found that young birds learn the rotation of the night sky through experience, imprinting the positions of the stars during early life. Once migration begins, they carry this map within their minds, adjusting their flight with grace and certainty. The world below becomes a shadowed landscape, yet they move with purpose, guided by ancient instincts older than human history. These nighttime journeys reveal the profound connection between avian life and the rhythms of the cosmos. A few species can see magnetic fields as patterns of light. Among the most extraordinary abilities in the avian world is the capacity of some species to perceive magnetic fields through visual sensations. Special molecules in their eyes respond to magnetic forces, creating subtle patterns or gradients that overlay their normal vision. These patterns guide them during migration, allowing them to sense direction with remarkable precision. To these birds, the planet's magnetic field is not an invisible phenomenon, but a visual cue woven into their perception. This ability may help them adjust course during storms, navigate featureless terrain, or return to nesting sites located across vast distances. Researchers studying this phenomenon believe that birds may see faint shifting hues or directional glows that correspond to the magnetic lines surrounding Earth. This sensory integration creates a world richer than human experience, where navigation becomes a blend of sight, instinct, and planetary energy. Their magnetic vision reveals how deeply birds are attuned to the forces shaping life on Earth. Some birds carry seeds across continents, shaping entire ecosystems. Across forests, grasslands, mountains, and far-reaching coastlines, certain birds perform one of the most important ecological services on the planet. As they travel between feeding grounds, resting places, and migration routes, seeds cling to their feathers or pass through their digestive systems unharmed. When these seeds fall onto new soil, often far from where they were first eaten, they may sprout and take root, shaping the next generation of plant communities. This dispersal can cross valleys, mountain ranges, or entire continental regions. Birds select fruits that contain nutritious pulp, and the seeds inside gain a free ride to lands where competition may be lower, climate more favorable, or soil richer. Some plants depend almost entirely on birds, producing fruit with colors and scents specifically designed to attract avian foragers. Over many years, this partnership creates forests where none once stood, repopulates areas damaged by storms or fire, and maintains the delicate balance between species. The silent journeys of these birds become the blueprint for vast ecosystems, demonstrating how life spreads through movement, instinct, and the simple act of flight. Certain birds can change their songs as they age. For some species, song is not a fixed part of identity, but a dynamic skill that transforms throughout their lives. Young birds often begin with rough, simple versions of the melodies they hear around them. Through practice, imitation, and trial, these early attempts gradually sharpen into clear, mature songs. With age, the voice may deepen, soften, or develop subtle flourishes that were absent in youth. Environmental experiences also shape these changes. Birds exposed to varied habitats or complex social interactions gather acoustic knowledge that becomes woven into the evolving sound of their songs. As they move through seasons, their vocal behavior reflects new priorities. A youthful song may aim to attract a mate, while later songs may focus on territory defense or communication with established partners. These shifts reveal a learning process that continues throughout life, highlighting memory, intelligence, and adaptability. A bird's voice becomes a biography carried on the wind, expressing its journey from inexperienced youth to seasoned adulthood. Some species gather at night to exchange information. When daylight fades and landscapes grow quiet, certain birds gather in safe communal roosts where hundreds or even thousands come together. These nighttime meetings become hubs of communication. Individuals returning from distant feeding grounds share subtle cues about food availability, weather patterns, and shifting environmental conditions. The group benefits from this collective knowledge. Birds that struggle to find food during the day may follow companions to new locations the next morning. Younger or inexperienced individuals learn routes and behaviors by observing elders. The roost also provides warmth, protection, and a sense of security during vulnerable hours. Soft chirps, gentle movements, and quiet calls weave through the group, creating a social atmosphere where information flows without overwhelming noise. Scientists studying these gatherings find that group decision-making begins long before dawn, shaping the direction and behavior of the entire flock once sunlight returns. These nighttime councils reveal the complexity of avian societies and the intelligence guiding their daily choices. There are birds that sleep standing on one leg. In wetlands, forests, and open fields, some birds balance effortlessly on one leg as they drift into rest. This behavior appears peculiar to human eyes, yet it is both efficient and protective. By tucking one leg into their plumage, they conserve body heat, reducing the amount of warmth lost through exposed skin. Their unique skeletal structure includes a natural locking mechanism that keeps joints stable without requiring muscular effort. This allows them to remain upright while asleep, without fear of falling. Alternating legs ensures that both remain warm and rested. For birds that live in watery habitats, sleeping on one leg also limits contact with cold or moving water. The position keeps the body aligned in a way that helps maintain balance, even in gentle currents or shifting winds. Observing this posture reveals how birds blend stillness and practicality. Their resting stance embodies elegance, efficiency, and the remarkable adaptations woven into daily life. Some birds have feathers that repel water like living umbrellas. Certain species rely on plumage that sheds water so effectively that raindrops roll off like beads sliding across a polished surface. This waterproofing comes from a combination of microscopic feather structure and oils produced by glands near the tail. Birds spread these oils carefully through their feathers during grooming, ensuring even coverage and long-lasting protection. With this barrier in place, feathers remain light and functional even during storms, allowing flight to continue unhindered. For birds that dive or swim, This water-repellent layer prevents cold from penetrating to the skin and locks in warm air for insulation. The structure of each feather channels water outward, guiding droplets away from the body with remarkable efficiency. This adaptation transforms wings and body coverings into natural weather shields. It reveals how birds maintain warmth, buoyancy, and mobility under challenging conditions, and how thousands of years of evolution refine even the smallest details of protection. Certain species disguise themselves by mimicking surrounding textures. Some birds blend into their habitats with camouflage so precise that they appear to vanish against bark, stone, sand, or forest foliage. Their feathers contain patterns that replicate the shapes and colors of their environment, forming mottled lines, speckles, or streaks that break up the outline of their bodies. They may sit motionless for long periods, trusting their disguise to protect them from predators. The slightest tilt of the head can align feather markings with cracks in the bark or grooves in a rock, strengthening the illusion. Their posture often assists the effect. By flattening their bodies or stretching their necks, they enhance resemblance to branches, logs, or leaves. Some even freeze with eyes half closed, reducing the glint of reflected light. This camouflage is not merely a static trait, but a dynamic interaction between body and environment. It allows birds to hide nests, guard young, and hunt undetected. Their mastery of disguise reveals nature's artistry at its most intricate. Some birds call underwater in ways that challenge expectations. Certain aquatic birds emit sounds while submerged, creating ripples of communication that travel differently through water than through air. These calls are soft and often low-pitched, shaped by the dense medium that surrounds them. Scientists believe these underwater vocalizations help individuals coordinate movements, locate companions, or flush prey from hiding places. Producing sound beneath the surface requires careful control of air pockets within the body and adjustments to vocal structures that behave differently when water pressure increases. The calls travel efficiently across short distances, allowing birds to maintain awareness even in murky or turbulent waters. Observations reveal that these underwater voices vary with depth, lighting, and the presence of potential threats. For birds that spend large portions of their lives diving, such communication becomes essential. It forms a hidden language beneath the waves, offering a rare glimpse into how animals adapt communication to environments where light fades and silence dominates. There are birds that blend science and art through feather patterns. Some birds wear plumage so striking and mathematically precise that their patterns resemble living works of art. Spirals, chevrons, diamonds, gradients, and waves appear across their wings and bodies with astonishing symmetry. These patterns arise from the arrangement of feather cells, pigments, and microscopic structures that shape how light interacts with color. Each design carries biological meaning. Some attract mates through bold visual signals, while others create camouflage or confuse predators. Scientists study these patterns to understand how physics, genetics, and evolution combine to form such intricate designs. The birds themselves carry these patterns effortlessly, revealing them with a turn of the head or a moment of sunlight. To behold these natural artworks is to witness a union of beauty and survival, expression and function. These feathered canvases remind us that in the natural world, art is not separate from life. It is built into every cell, every curve, and every shifting glow. Some birds use deception in their mating rituals. Courtship in many species involves elaborate performances, but for certain birds, success depends on carefully crafted deception. A male may hide flaws in his plumage by choosing specific lighting or postures. Others clear small display grounds, arranging objects to enhance their appearance or draw attention away from weaknesses. Some perform dances that exaggerate strength, endurance, or coordination. These deceptions do not guarantee success because females watch with keen scrutiny, evaluating every movement and sound. The interactions become a subtle negotiation where each gesture carries meaning. Although deceptive tactics may seem dishonest, they form part of a complex evolutionary game that shapes behavior over generations. Birds refine their displays, and observers refine their ability to detect exaggeration. This evolutionary dialogue produces courtship rituals filled with drama, beauty, and remarkable intelligence. These deceptive performances demonstrate how communication in nature is shaped not only by honesty, but also by strategy and competition. A few species maintain friendships over many years. Among some birds, social bonds extend far beyond simple flock membership. Long-term friendships form between individuals who recognize one another, remember shared experiences, and choose to spend time together year after year. These friendships may begin in youth and persist through changes in season, habitat, and social structure. Birds with strong bonds engage in cooperative behaviors such as preening, coordinated foraging, or supportive calling. They defend one another from rivals, share information about food, or travel together during migration. Scientists observing these relationships see patterns similar to alliances found in highly social mammals. These connections reveal emotional depth and cognitive awareness previously underestimated in avian life. Friendships support survival, reduce stress, and create stable social environments where individuals thrive. They show that birds experience companionship in a way that mirrors surprisingly human qualities, shaping not only how they live, but how they understand one another. Some birds can detect insects hiding deep beneath bark. In quiet forests where trunks stretch toward the canopy, certain birds possess an extraordinary ability to locate insects that burrow deep within layers of wood. They listen for faint vibrations created by movement or feeding, sounds far too subtle for human ears. Their hearing is attuned to minute changes in texture and resonance, allowing them to map the inner structure of bark and wood. Their beaks, shaped with exquisite precision, act as delicate probes that tap, pry, and test surfaces until the hidden insect is found. Some species use their tongues, long and flexible, to reach into narrow openings where prey hides. Others chip away fragments of bark in controlled patterns that expose tunnels without damaging the surrounding tree more than necessary. This entire process reflects a partnership with the forest, where every tap reveals a clue. Their remarkable sensory perception allows them to harvest nourishment from places invisible to most creatures, revealing a form of intelligence grounded in sound, touch, and a deep understanding of living wood. Certain birds use aerial dives as communication tools. In open skies where sound travels differently than on the ground, some birds communicate through dramatic plunges that slice through the air with controlled speed. These dives create distinctive rushes of wind or sharp sounds produced by specialized feathers. When one bird initiates a dive, it sends a signal that may warn of danger, attract a mate, or declare territory. The performance involves precise timing and body posture. Wings tucked tight, feathers adjust to guide airflow, and the bird shifts weight to maintain balance during the rapid descent. Upon rising again, the movement becomes an unmistakable message perceived by companions near and far. These aerial signals can ignite responses across a group, prompting synchronized movement or alerting flockmates to hidden threats. Beyond survival, they also express strength, confidence, and coordination. The sky becomes a communication field where the language is motion itself, written through graceful arcs and swift plunges that carry meaning across great distances. Some species raise young cooperatively in large family groups. In certain avian communities, raising young is not the duty of a single pair, but the shared responsibility of an extended family. Adults, older siblings, and sometimes unrelated helpers all contribute to feeding, guarding, and teaching the chicks. This cooperative parenting creates a stable environment where offspring receive continuous support and protection. Helpers may collect food while parents defend the nest, or they may stand watch while others forage. Through these shared tasks, young birds benefit from a network of caregivers who greatly increase their chances of survival. Cooperative groups communicate constantly through soft calls, subtle movements, and coordinated behavior. These groups form complex societies where roles shift naturally based on age, experience, and need. The result is a nurturing system that strengthens family bonds and ensures that knowledge passes smoothly from one generation to the next. This communal care reflects deep social intelligence and reveals how cooperation shapes the success of entire populations. There are birds that sing only at specific phases of the moon. Across quiet nights illuminated by shifting silver light, certain birds time their songs to particular phases of the moon. Their voices rise during nights when the moon shines brightly and fall silent during darker periods. Scientists believe this rhythmic behavior may help them avoid predators that hunt by sound or shape social interactions within their species. The brightness of the moon may enhance visibility during courtship or serve as a cue for coordinating long-distance communication. Some birds rely on lunar cycles to signal the changing seasons, adjusting their songs to match shifts in breeding readiness or environmental conditions. Their connection to the moon reveals a sensitivity to celestial rhythms woven into their biology. Listening to these moon-dependent songs invites the imagination to wander through ancient landscapes where creatures used the sky as their guide. Their voices blend with moonlight, creating moments where time, light, and living sound converge. Some birds travel with celestial precision on migration routes. Long before sunrise paints the sky, certain birds take flight guided by patterns written across the heavens. They use the position of stars and the arc of the sun as tools for orientation, adjusting their course with astonishing accuracy. When clouds obscure the sky, they rely on the faint glow of diffuse light that still traces the sun's position below the horizon. Their internal clocks align with the daily movement of the sky, ensuring they maintain direction even during long and exhausting journeys. This celestial guidance works in harmony with their memory, magnetic sense, and awareness of wind. Together, these abilities allow them to cross mountains, oceans, and deserts with a confidence that astounds scientists. Every year they retrace paths passed down through generations, connecting distant habitats through invisible lines drawn by starlight. Their precision reflects a profound relationship with the sky, showing that the cosmos itself becomes part of their navigation. Certain species rely on ancient instincts tied to the Earth's rotation. Some birds respond to subtle changes in the environment caused by the daily turning of the planet. These instincts guide behaviors such as feeding, singing, resting, and migration. Even when housed in controlled conditions without sunlight or external cues, many birds continue to follow cycles synchronized with Earth's rotation. Their internal clocks measure time with remarkable accuracy, aligning with the planet's natural rhythm. These instincts allow them to anticipate sunrise, position themselves for optimal feeding, or prepare for nightly roosting long before light or darkness arrives. The rotation of Earth also influences winds and temperatures, and birds sense these changes in ways that remain partially mysterious. This connection to planetary rhythm reveals a unity between life and the larger forces shaping the world. Within each bird, there exists a sense of time older than memory, a quiet awareness that aligns their lives with the turning of the globe beneath their wings. Some birds create mud structures strong enough to withstand storms. Along riverbanks, cliffs, and sheltered cavities, Certain birds build homes from mud mixed with grass, feathers, or bits of plant fiber. These structures harden into resilient walls capable of surviving heavy rain, strong winds, and sharp temperature changes. The birds collect soft mud in small beakfuls, transporting it piece by piece to the building site. They place each clump with care, forming the entrance, walls, and interior chamber with remarkable symmetry. As the mud dries, it binds into a material as strong as baked clay. Some nests resemble tiny pottery bowls, while others form intricate multi-chambered dwellings that house entire colonies. The process requires cooperation, patience, and exquisite control of moisture. These mud homes reveal architectural mastery achieved without tools, blueprints, or written plans. They stand as enduring monuments to the ingenuity of birds and the remarkable structures that can arise from simple earth when shaped by purpose and instinct. A few species use fire in surprising and sophisticated ways. In certain landscapes prone to seasonal burns, some birds take advantage of fire in ways that demonstrate startling intelligence. They watch the edges of flames as they advance across grasslands or woodlands, knowing that insects and small animals flee ahead of the heat. These birds position themselves strategically to capture prey flushed out by the flames. There are also reports of birds picking up smoldering sticks and dropping them into unburned areas, spreading fire intentionally to expose more prey. Whether this behavior is widespread or limited to specific populations remains under study, but the implications are profound. It suggests an understanding of cause and effect far more advanced than previously assumed for avian species. Fire becomes a tool rather than a threat, harnessed carefully to expand feeding opportunities. This relationship with fire reveals a powerful fusion of instinct, observation, and environmental awareness, showing how deeply birds read the land and its shifting forces. Some birds improvise unique songs that have never been heard before. Among species known for their vocal creativity, certain individuals push the boundaries of their song traditions by adding new notes, rhythms, or melodic twists. These improvisations emerge during moments of exploration, practice, or heightened emotion. The bird experiments with sound, shaping sequences that may later become part of its regular repertoire. If other birds notice and respond positively, the new patterns may spread through the population. Over time, entire song cultures can shift because of a single creative voice. This improvisational ability demonstrates memory, flexibility, and a desire to express something beyond fixed instinct. Each new phrase becomes a reflection of individual personality and experience. For listeners, the result is a living soundscape that evolves year after year, shaped by innovation and artistic variation. These songs remind us that creativity is not limited to humans. It is woven into the world through the voices of birds who continually reinvent their music. There are birds that glide across water surfaces with effortless grace. In coastal regions and island chains, some birds skim just inches above the ocean, their wingtips nearly touching the surface. They use subtle changes in air pressure created by waves to maintain lift while expending minimal energy. This technique, known as surface gliding, allows them to travel long distances without flapping, conserving strength for hunting or migration. Their bodies become part of the wind's rhythm, rising and falling with swells while maintaining astonishing stability. Their eyes remain focused ahead, reading patterns in the waves that guide their path. From shore, these gliders appear almost weightless, drifting in a suspended dance between air and water. Their relationship with the sea is intimate and precise, shaped by countless generations of adaptation. Through this effortless motion, they demonstrate a mastery of flight that feels both natural and otherworldly, revealing how birds can transform even the boundary between elements into a pathway for movement. Some species navigate entire continents by smell. Across sprawling landscapes where visual landmarks blur into distance, certain birds rely on scent to guide their journeys. Their sense of smell, once underestimated, proves astonishingly precise. Air currents carry faint chemical signatures from forests, coastlines, mountains, and even ocean waves. These drifting scents create invisible maps that birds learn to interpret. As they fly, they detect changes in humidity, vegetation, and even the mineral composition of soil far below. Some species combine this olfactory information with memory, creating a layered sense of direction that helps them locate nesting sites, feeding grounds, or migration corridors. Even when storms disrupt familiar landmarks, their sense of smell offers stable guidance. This remarkable skill extends across entire continents, allowing birds to travel thousands of miles guided by atmospheric scents that humans can barely begin to imagine. Their navigation reveals a world filled with chemical trails and whispered clues, a hidden dimension of guidance carried on every breeze. Certain birds adjust their feathers to control aerodynamic lift. In the sky, every shift in air pressure becomes an opportunity. Certain birds exploit this by manipulating the angle, tension, and spacing of their feathers to refine the lift that keeps them aloft. This adjustment happens moment by moment as they sense the movement of wind across their bodies. Some feathers lift slightly to catch new air, while others flatten to reduce turbulence. Their wings transform into living instruments of aerodynamic control, each motion crafted with precision. When climbing, they spread feathers to capture rising currents. When descending, they angle them in ways that create smooth, controlled glides. During tight turns, minute adjustments across the wing allow them to pivot gracefully without losing speed. This control reveals an intimate relationship with the sky, shaped by instinct and constant feedback from the air. Their mastery of lift is not simply physical. It is a form of understanding, a dialogue between feather and wind, visible through every curve, twist, and rise. Some birds can delay egg hatching to synchronize their chicks. In species where siblings must face the world together, timing is everything. Some birds have evolved a remarkable ability to control the hatching schedule of their eggs so that all chicks emerge at nearly the same moment. This synchronization can influence survival, ensuring that no single chick is too far ahead or behind in development. Parents may regulate the temperature of individual eggs, shifting their bodies or altering the nesting materials to slow or speed embryonic growth. In other cases, the embryo itself can pause development temporarily, waiting for signals from the environment or the parent. When the moment finally arrives, the eggs hatch in close harmony, allowing the chicks to explore, feed, and grow together. This coordination supports fairness within the brood and maximizes the efficiency of parental care. The ability to delay hatching reveals a subtle, almost orchestral control over development and a deep awareness of how timing shapes life from the very beginning. There are birds that drink nectar using specialized tongues. Among flowering trees and vibrant landscapes, some birds feed by drawing sweet nectar from deep within blossoms. Their tongues are marvels of biological engineering, shaped into tubes, brushes, frayed tips, or split channels that gather liquid with remarkable efficiency. When feeding, they dip their tongues rapidly, allowing capillary action and specialized structures to pull nectar into the mouth. Their beaks are slender and often curved, fitting perfectly into the flowers they visit. These birds serve as important pollinators, transferring pollen between flowers as they feed. Their presence supports entire ecosystems, linking plant reproduction with the rhythm of their own foraging routes. As they move from bloom to boom, their tongues flick in and out with incredible speed, guided by instinct and refined by experience. This partnership between plant and bird reflects a delicate balance. Each species depends on the other, forming a quiet exchange that fills forests and gardens with movement, color, and life. Some species build nests that change color as they age. In certain environments, birds construct nests from materials that shift in hue over time. These materials may include grasses that fade from green to gold, mud that darkens as it dries, or fibers that bleach in sunlight. As the season progresses, the nest becomes a living timeline of weather, growth, and exposure. The changing colors may offer benefits, such as improved camouflage that matches the evolving backdrop of leaves or soil. In some cases, the transformation signals age or stability to potential mates. Birds carefully choose materials that interact with light and weather in predictable ways, ensuring that the nest remains safe and functional as conditions change. This color-shifting quality reflects both practicality and subtle environmental awareness. The nest becomes more than shelter. It becomes a dynamic structure that adapts visually to the world around it, revealing how birds use time, texture, and the natural fading of materials as allies in survival. A few birds survive by following massive herds across landscapes. In vast plains where large mammals travel in long, sweeping migrations, certain birds rely on these herds for both safety and food. They track the movement of the group, flying above or walking alongside as the animals graze and move. The herds disturb insects, seeds, and small creatures that the birds feed upon. They also provide protection, since predators are less likely to approach areas filled with movement and noise. Birds that follow these herds develop keen awareness of their patterns, anticipating when the animals will rest, shift direction, or break into smaller groups. This relationship forms a moving ecosystem, where each participant shapes the opportunities available to the others. The birds remain agile, ready to take flight at any sign of danger, yet they return to the herd's path again and again. Their survival depends on reading the rhythms of these larger creatures, forming a partnership that stretches across miles and seasons. Some birds create echo-based maps while flying. In twilight or dense forest environments where visibility is limited, certain birds rely on sound to navigate. They produce clicks, chirps, or short calls that bounce off nearby surfaces, returning echoes that reveal the position of trees, cliffs, or obstacles. Although not as elaborate as the systems used by marine mammals, these acoustic cues allow birds to create mental maps of their surroundings. As they fly, they adjust wing beats, angle, and speed based on information gathered from these faint returning sounds. This technique is especially useful during nighttime travel or in habitats where thick vegetation creates a labyrinth of hidden branches. Their ability to read echo patterns demonstrates sensory talent far more sophisticated than it appears at first glance. Through these sound-based maps, they transform uncertain space into familiar territory, navigating with confidence even when light fades. Their world becomes a symphony of reflected sound, guiding flight with subtle precision. Certain species drum their wings to send coded messages. Some birds use their wings not only for flight, but also for communication. During rapid movement, they produce distinctive pulses of sound as air rushes between specially shaped feathers. These wing drumming signals carry across great distances and serve as messages to rivals, mates, or members of a group. Each pattern of sound represents a specific meaning. Some rhythms announce territorial boundaries. Others attract mates or signal readiness for courtship. The birds adjust the speed and intensity of their wing beats to shape these messages with remarkable control. Scientists studying this behavior find that wind drumming forms a parallel language to vocal calls, expanding the communication toolkit of these species. This airborne percussion reveals how movement and sound blend into a single, expressive act. The sky becomes both instrument and amplifier as birds craft messages through rhythm, motion, and the physics of air. Some birds can store oxygen in their muscles for deep dives. For birds that hunt beneath the surface of lakes or oceans, the ability to stay submerged longer than expected is crucial. Their muscles contain high concentrations of oxygen-binding proteins that allow them to store extra reserves directly within their bodies. When they dive, their heart rate slows, blood flows strategically to essential organs, and muscles draw upon these oxygen stores to sustain motion. This arrangement enables them to chase fast-moving prey, explore deeper waters, or navigate complex underwater terrain. Their feathers trap insulating air to maintain warmth, while their streamlined bodies reduce resistance. The entire system reflects a beautifully coordinated adaptation that transforms them from sky dwellers into capable underwater hunters. Their dives feel like brief journeys into another world, guided by reserves hidden within muscle fibers that act as tiny oxygen vaults. There are birds that thrive in volcanic landscapes. Amid steaming vents, shifting ash fields, and warm rocky slopes, certain birds carve out thriving lives in landscapes shaped by volcanic forces. These regions offer unique advantages. Heat from the ground can warm nesting sites. Sparse vegetation creates open terrain where predators are easier to spot. Some birds feed on insects that flourish in mineral-rich soils, while others take advantage of thermals rising from hot surfaces to soar effortlessly above the terrain. These birds adapt to harsh conditions with resourceful behavior. They build nests in sheltered cracks, select materials resistant to heat, and navigate shifting ground with ease. Their presence in volcanic regions reveals resilience and adaptability, proving that life finds opportunity even in places shaped by fire. Their songs echo across hardened lava and jagged stone, adding living beauty to landscapes forged in volcanic fire. Some birds forage collaboratively in mixed species flocks. Across forests, grasslands, and wetlands, certain birds gather in groups that include many different species, forming temporary communities that search for food together. Each species contributes unique abilities. Some possess sharp eyesight that detects predators from afar. Others specialize in locating insects hidden in bark or leaves. Still others excel at uncovering seeds or flushing out creatures from dense undergrowth. By combining their strengths, these mixed groups increase the efficiency and safety of every participant. The presence of diverse species reduces competition because each fills a slightly different niche, focusing on distinct food sources. Birds within these flocks communicate constantly through soft calls and subtle movement, letting companions know when danger appears or when a rich feeding patch is discovered. Some species even follow others over long distances, trusting in their ability to uncover resources. These temporary alliances reveal a level of ecological cooperation that emerges not from shared ancestry, but from shared opportunity, showing how birds blend independence with collaboration to thrive in complex landscapes. Certain species hatch with down that changes color dramatically. In some nests, newly hatched chicks emerge covered in soft down that appears strikingly different from the plumage they will develop later. This early down may be bright, pale, patterned, or unusually dark, serving purposes that shift with age. The initial coloring may camouflage chicks within the nest, blending them into vegetation, shadows, or surrounding materials chosen by the parents. As they grow, their down transforms, fading or intensifying as new feathers begin to emerge. These changes correspond to developmental needs. A chick that once needed concealment may later require plumage that regulates temperature more effectively. In some species, the color shift signals maturity to parents, prompting adjustments in feeding or care. Observing these transformations offers a glimpse into the complex relationship between growth, survival, and appearance. The nest becomes a stage for remarkable metamorphosis, revealing how even the earliest moments of life contain strategies shaped by countless generations of adaptation. Some birds learn migration routes from elders. In species with long family structures, migration is not simply inherited instinct, but a learned behavior passed from generation to generation. Young birds often accompany elders on their first great journey, watching closely as experienced individuals navigate by memory, wind, scent, and stars. These elders know when to rest, where to find food, and how to avoid dangerous weather systems. Their guidance shapes the routes that young birds will follow throughout their lives. As seasons pass, the young become teachers themselves, passing the same knowledge to their own offspring. This cultural transmission creates migratory traditions that stretch across centuries. It forms a living memory embedded not only in instinct, but in experience shared between generations. When elders are absent, migration may falter or shift in unpredictable ways, revealing how essential these teachers are. The sky becomes a classroom, and the flock becomes a lineage of travel extending through time. There are birds that never stop flying for years at a time. High above oceans and distant coastlines, certain birds live in near constant motion, remaining airborne for astonishing lengths of time. They feed on the wing, catching small creatures carried by the wind. They sleep in brief drifting intervals, allowing parts of their brain to rest, while the other half maintains flight. Their wings are shaped for endurance, stretching long and narrow to glide with minimal effort. Rising air currents provide lift, allowing them to travel immense distances without flapping for hours. Rain, waves, and storms become familiar companions as they circle the globe without landing. Only when it is time to breed do they return to solid ground, choosing remote cliffs or islands. Their airborne existence reveals a life woven entirely into the movement of the atmosphere. They read the sky with intimate familiarity, navigating by currents that humans cannot see. Their near-continuous flight challenges our understanding of what it means to travel, rest, and live. Some birds perform mimicry to lure prey into traps. In certain habitats where food hides among foliage, mud, or still water, some birds use deceptive mimicry to attract unsuspecting prey. They imitate the movements of insects, wriggling fish, or other small creatures by tilting their heads, vibrating their feathers, or flicking their wings in patterns that resemble prey struggling on the surface. Curious insects or fish approach the motion, believing it signals opportunity, only to be captured with swift precision. Some birds even use objects such as leaves or twigs to create ripples that draw attention. This strategy requires patience and careful coordination. The bird must remain still until the perfect moment arrives. The deception reveals an advanced understanding of how prey perceives movement and sound. Through cunning and creativity, these birds turn the expectations of other creatures into tools for survival, demonstrating a surprising blend of instinct and improvisation. Certain birds time their migrations to planetary wind cycles. Some species select precise moments to begin migration, aligning their departure with large-scale wind patterns created by shifting seasons, planetary rotation, and atmospheric circulation. By traveling when winds favor their direction, they dramatically reduce the energy required to cross oceans or continents. These birds sense changes in temperature, humidity, and air pressure that signal the formation of supportive currents. Their timing is so refined that slight delays or early departures can alter the entire success of their journey. They ride high-altitude winds that flow steadily for thousands of miles, adjusting altitude to remain within favorable streams. Their awareness of wind patterns demonstrates a remarkable connection to the planet's atmospheric rhythms. This skill transforms migration from an exhausting endeavor into a carefully orchestrated collaboration between bird and sky. Each journey reflects wisdom carried across countless generations, revealing how life learns to move with Earth's turning breath. Some birds build nests, suspended like hanging cradles. In forests and savannas where predators roam the ground, certain birds craft nests that dangle from branches like woven pendants. These structures sway gently in the wind, anchored by strong fibers gathered from grasses, vines, or pliable plant stems. The entrance to the nest often faces downward, making it difficult for predators to reach the eggs or chicks. Building such a nest requires extraordinary skill. Birds tie knots, weave strands, and layer materials with precision that rivals human craftsmanship. They test each thread for strength and adjust the tension to create a cradle that can withstand storms. Some nests stretch into intricate chambers, while others form simple teardrop shapes that conceal the interior. As sunlight filters through the leaves above, these suspended homes drift softly, offering security through movement and height. They stand as remarkable examples of avian architecture, shaped by creativity and the need to protect the next generation. There are birds that can read subtle air pressure changes. The atmosphere shifts continually as storms form, winds rise, and temperatures fluctuate. Some birds possess an exceptional ability to detect minute changes in air pressure long before weather becomes visible. This sensitivity allows them to predict approaching storms and adjust their behavior accordingly. They may delay migration, seek shelter, or alter feeding routines when pressure drops. Their internal sensors provide a level of environmental awareness beyond human perception. Scientists believe specialized structures in their bodies detect these shifts, functioning like natural barometers. This ability influences not only survival but also navigation, since air pressure patterns help birds understand which direction leads toward calmer skies. Their connection to atmospheric changes reflects a profound harmony with the environment. They read the language of the air itself, responding to messages carried on invisible waves. Through this subtle awareness, birds move with foresight that guides their lives across unpredictable seasons. Some species communicate through complex body language. Beyond song and call, many birds rely on body movement to express emotion, intention, and identity. They tilt their heads, flare their feathers, adjust their posture, or perform specific gestures that convey meaning within their species. A raised crest may signal excitement or alarm. A lowered wing might invite a companion to preen. Rapid foot movements can demonstrate enthusiasm during courtship. These gestures create a rich visual language where subtle shifts communicate messages that sound alone cannot carry. Body language strengthens social bonds, reduces conflict, and coordinates group behavior. Young birds learn these cues through careful observation, absorbing the nuances of posture and movement from elders. The result is a sophisticated system of communication that reveals emotional depth and social intelligence. Observing this visual language opens a window into avian relationships, showing how much meaning flows through the quiet dance of feathers and form. Certain birds coordinate food sharing with elaborate etiquette. In some species, food sharing follows a complex set of rules influenced by social status, pair bonds, and emotional connection. Adults may offer food to mates as part of courtship, presenting it with specific movements that signal generosity and devotion. Parents distribute nourishment among chicks in precise sequences, ensuring fairness or rewarding particular behaviors. Within larger groups, individuals may give food to allies to strengthen relationships, or to younger birds to teach cooperation. These exchanges require memory, recognition, and the ability to interpret subtle cues from the recipient. Sharing becomes an essential part of social life, shaping trust and unity within the flock. Through these refined interactions, birds demonstrate a sensitivity to the needs and expectations of others. Their etiquette reveals traditions passed down through generations and highlights the depth of communication and empathy woven into avian societies. Some birds weave plant fibers into intricate textiles. Among the many marvels of avian construction, certain species create nests so finely woven they resemble handcrafted textiles. They collect slender plant fibers, stretching and twisting them until the strands become soft threads ready for weaving. With their beaks acting as both loom and shuttle, they form tight spirals, overlapping braids, and interlocking patterns that hold firmly without knots. These nests may include grasses, bark strips, or the delicate fibers from seed pods. Some birds even soften materials by chewing them briefly, making them more pliable for weaving. The final result is a cradle with flexible walls that expand as chicks grow, yet remain strong enough to endure wind and weather. These woven structures demonstrate extraordinary craftsmanship, guided entirely by instinct and practice. They reveal how birds create beauty and function simultaneously, transforming simple plant fibers into shelters that cradle life with remarkable artistry. As our journey with the birds drifts to a close, let your mind settle like feathers finding their resting place. We have wandered through skies and forests, across oceans and distant seasons, guided by wings that reveal just how wide and wondrous the living world can be. Each detail you explored tonight is only a small glimpse of the brilliance that surrounds us, a reminder that even the quietest creatures carry entire universes of mystery within them. If you enjoyed this peaceful exploration, I invite you to like, subscribe, or leave a gentle thought below. It helps others find their way here, one sleepy soul at a time. For now, let your breath soften. Let your body grow still. Let the last traces of curiosity fade into comfort as the night settles around you. Good night.